Okay, so here we continue our evening. I'm joined by Jacque Adams, who is a tremendous contributing force to all things here at Middletown Arts Centre. I will say, without without even going into the detail, you are such a part of what helps us pull these wonderful virtual exhibits off. Everything from, just all of those preparations, all of that time and effort that goes into gathering everyone and getting the work installed and getting to this point. But it's really lovely to have you on this side of things.
Yes, thank you.
And the probably most important aspect is that you're a creating artist as well.
I am.
And part of the Cobb Mountain Eco Arts Project.
Yes.
We have seen you bring some wonderful ceramicists into Middletown Arts Centre, in addition to showing us your own work. So let's talk about this installation that we have. You're part of the multiples exhibit this time.
Yes, so I have a triptych. It's called Into the Woods I Go to Lose My Mind and Find My Soul. It's a John Muir quote. So for those of you who don't know, John Muir is our founding father of national parks. You know, he's the reason Yosemite is preserved. So he has inspired me, and I just thought that this would be an appropriate quote for this triptych. Oftentimes I go into the woods and I collect, and I'm inspired by what I find. And so with this triptych, I was really focusing on, and, you know, traditionally I make functional pottery, and I've been doing this type of thing on my pottery, but I thought it'd be really interesting if I could just show what I'm doing on a flat surface and let that be it. So this is my first kind of tile mural project, if you will.
It is. It's the first of its new element,
new
medium for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
With this, I really just wanted to see how these pieces would function in a wood-fired kiln, and to be separated from each other, you know, so they weren't fired as a unit, they were fired separately. And what I'm doing is I'm collecting all of these pieces, all of this foliage from the land that I live on, and I'm pressing it into the clay body, so you can really see, you know, what is in bloom right now.
So it's very seasonally appropriate as well.
Very seasonal.
Capturing a time.
Yes, and then I'm putting a pigment into those crevices, and so you can really highlight, you know, the flower and the fern. There's a couple of other small elements that you may not be able to pick
like
up
that
on.
Bottom piece, yeah. There's almost like
there's a horn
element.
There's a horn that it is an antelope horn, actually, that I collected when I lived in Florida. That and the top one has a wasp nest on it. So just things I'm finding in nature, and then I can turn those into porcelain via slip casting methods, and just adding those as an extra accent or element into these.
Beautiful. And then, of course, at the very top layer, we've got a very restrained use, but beautiful use of the gold leafing, which I love.
Yeah, so because these tiles were in such a very high atmospheric firing for 12 days, they were in a wood kiln.
Oh my gosh.
And so there were some mishaps and things happen, and afterwards, as a ceramicist, you can't be attached to your work, you know, you just kind of have to go with what happens. And so there were a few little scars and a big crack in that middle one, and so I just had to mend it, and I put gold leaf on top of it. So the Japanese have what's called kintsugi.
Oh, kintsugi.
Kintsugi is repairing with gold to make it, you know, more enhanced,
to make it more beautiful.
Wabi-sabi is something that's askew, you know, and that is aesthetically beautiful as well.
But this one is called
kintsugi.
Kintsugi.
And it's repairing a crack with gold to highlight the beauty of what has happened.
It's beautiful. Absolutely.
So kind of the play on to lose my mind and find my soul.
Absolutely. There it is, realized in the piece, three-dimensionally. It's lovely. I really, really have enjoyed seeing this.
Yes.
It's a great, yeah, I think so. I was going to say, you know, continue to explore this because there's some wonderful things that are coming of it. And if, while I have you here, maybe we could just quickly zoom through a series of the ceramics that we have in the room as well. There's a nice smallish collection also from the Cobb Mountain artists.
Yeah, we've got the shelves on the wall, and We currently have 3 artists displaying functional wear on these shelves. Me, I am one. Austin, McKinney, and Eric, all are artists in residence in Cobb. And all of this work is from our latest show, our latest Anagama firing. So they're all wood fired, and it's different kind of artist takes on aesthetics and functional wear.
Great. Great. It's
Yeah.
nice to have that represented here in this
Yeah.
show again.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, Jackie.
Absolutely.
And being such a part of everything.
Of course.
Okay,
Thanks, Nicola.
See you soon.